It seems like yesterday where I could say that I bought a Raspberry Pi 5 for $50. Now that $50 model's $125 and the $125 models are about $300, which is simply insanity because it doesn't make sense to spend over $1,000 on a Pi 5 setup when you could just grab yourself a laptop. Now, a company that I have had the pleasure of working with for a couple of months now is Carbon Computers, and they specialize in different cyberdecks and cybersecurity tools that can help you get started with real educational tools in either Kali or any flavor of Linux that you choose from, as well as a lot of different gaming platforms. Now, I hadn't really even noticed that they had laptops on their website, and I was curious to see what these laptops came with. And I was impressed by the smaller model and impressed by the Toughbook as well. It's 3 laptops that we're going to go over in this video because I really like these 3 as an alternative to a Raspberry Pi 5. If you're new to this channel, hey, how's it going? I'm your pal Cal, and today we're going to go over a lot of different starter cyberdecks and laptops that you can find on Carbon Computers' website. And if I could be honest real quick, only one of these I would consider a real cyberdeck. The other 2 are definitely just laptops, but laptops that can run Linux and Windows and can outperform a Raspberry Pi in almost every way. Now for context, you don't need a new laptop to get started with Linux. If you're interested in understanding Linux or getting started with Python, if you have an old laptop laying around, you'd be surprised on how well Linux runs on old hardware. Linux is incredibly lightweight, and you can get started today with just something gathering dust. Out of all 3 of these laptops, I've flashed Parrot OS on my favorite one, and we'll get to that in a second, but each laptop comes with 3 different operating systems: Windows, Kali, and BlackArch, and it's all a matter of preference. You can request for a different operating system to be added on there depending on whatever task you have at hand and whatever you're trying to get yourself educated on. I would suggest Parrot because Parrot is very lightweight and comes with all the security tools that you're looking for to get started. The first laptop we're going to go over is the Corebook X, and that's mostly because it's the most powerful and easiest to service if something goes wrong. Mike from Carbon Computers was nice enough to laser engrave my logo, his logo, and the BWM logo on the front face, as well as specs that can really compete with a Raspberry Pi 5. It's thin, it's lightweight, you've got 2 USB-C ports, one for power and one for data, full-size HDMI, USB 3 port, micro SD card slot, headphone jack, another USB 3 port, and a Kingston lock. If we boot this guy up, you'll see it'll come up with 3 different options for operating systems for you to choose from. And like I mentioned before, you can add or subtract different operating systems depending on what you need. In this case, we can select Kali. We'll hit Kali off the break, and it'll literally just boot us into Kali. Now, mind you, whatever you decide to save, you can go back to that save session, and the same applies for any other operating system that you build on. Now, having 3 different operating systems is just one of the many things that come preloaded on the laptops. You have a string of resources depending on what you're trying to learn, from different Kali tool classes to a localized AI to HackerGBT. There's everything that you could possibly need to get started, even a folder full of wallpapers. Now, among the resources is a string of books and everything that you could possibly need to get started, from the resources like a Kali Linux cheat sheet to the Solarpunk book camp. Aside from all the cybersecurity tools, the Solarpunk composition book might be one of the best guides to add to any computer and have it downloaded just in case you need any knowledge on how to build a shelter, how to make tools, how to find water, all of the sorts. The one thing this laptop is missing though is an Ethernet jack. So if you were into networking, you're gonna need an adapter. It still beats a Pi 5 though. Let me go over the specs. Now let's say the highest end Raspberry Pi CyberDeck has 16 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM. It's also running on an SD card as opposed to the Corebook's NVMe. You will get faster speeds with the Corebook, as well as the fact that it's running a 12th gen i5, which can absolutely blow a Raspberry Pi 5 out the water when it comes to performance or even battery life, because the Corebook X can boast up to 6 to 7 hours on continuous use, while on any Pi 5 CyberDeck with 10,000 milliamps, you can be lucky to get 4 to 5. Even though you can add an NVMe to a Pi 5 using the PCIe ribbon cable, and it's quite a simple process to do, it won't outperform a laptop's NVMe when using either Gen 3 or Gen 4 PCIe speeds, which the Corebook is using. The next laptop, however, is technically portable, but in a suitcase fashion. If you're unfamiliar with this behemoth, this is a Toughbook, and a Toughbook is exactly that. It's gigantic, rugged, and made for outdoor field use. I've been using this Toughbook here in the lab, and I gotta be honest with you, man, this is exactly what it's supposed to be. Really tough. Each opening is properly secured, and you have to actually unlatch and relatch depending on which port you need, and even for charging. I opted for an older model, that way I could utilize both Ethernet jacks, and it's running an Intel i8, so it's nothing crazy, but it's perfect for what I need it for. Now, I'm not gonna go ahead and say this is waterproof, but it's definitely thought out all the way through. You still get a headphone jack, HDMI port, a bunch of USB ports, including USB 3. We get 2 Ethernet jacks, and if we need to repair it in any way, it's easily serviceable. On the corner, there is a little stylus pen for the display, and it doesn't go anywhere because it's tied up with this little cord. Now, as I mentioned before, these things were meant to last forever, and I think that they will last forever depending on how well you take care of them. This thing is serviceable, repairable, and built to withstand an apocalypse. It's also got all the tools that you could possibly need to withstand a zombie apocalypse, which is nice. I think an added feature to why I love making this my portable go-to set is the touchscreen, man. I don't know why they added a touchscreen with something as big as this, and at first glance, I don't think anybody would have assumed that this is a touchscreen. I'm a firm believer that people should get what they need as opposed to what they want, and I know a lot of people want a cool cyber deck that's handheld that they can take with them everywhere, but some people need something rugged and durable depending on the climate they're in or what they do in their day-to-day. If you want an example of how bulky this thing is, here's a Hackberry CM5 right on top of it. Also, each laptop can be custom laser engraved, kind of like this one, which is engraved with the same logos that were on the first one. I know it's small, but it's not the size that counts. Each laptop comes with 500 gigabytes of storage. There's also 256 options and 1 terabyte options. I personally think that 256 and 500 as far as education is more than enough. You could load music and everything that you could possibly need to take it to go. And as far as portability, my favorite laptop is the last one, and it's powered by an Intel N150. The Intel N150 doesn't seem to get the credit that it deserves unless it's on a Latte Panda for some reason, which is also a really awesome SPC to build the cyber deck around. But on this laptop, it has everything that I could possibly need for a portable hardware hacking station to go. I'm talking about a touchscreen, Ethernet port for diagnostics, USB, USB-C, headphone jack, and a built-in camera, which I don't really care for, but the screen turns. And I didn't know how I felt about that until I actually needed it on the go and I could hold it in tablet mode. There's also a pen that I gotta dig up somewhere, but it's really neat. Now, I've gone as far as trying to play RuneScape on this thing, and it does so. Even a little bit of Minecraft. The N150 is really capable. I'm running Parrot for right now, but I'm probably gonna flash this with Surugi or Surugi Linux. I still don't know how to pronounce that. And pair this with a Widboard Pro to have the best portable hardware hacking station to go. Now, Carbon Computers' whole mission statement is to give you an educational tool to either get you started or help you continue on the path that you're on, whether it be in cybersecurity, hardware hacking, or just basic preparation. There's a multitude of different things available on their website, carboncomputers.us, and if you find anything on there that you like, you can use our discount code MAYHEM, which is pretty fitting. Now look, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you don't need to spend the most money to get started in cybersecurity. There are courses. There are a bunch of free courses. Cisco Academy, GitHub has courses, Google has courses. I'll link a couple down below as well. You can get started today and further your education or even get started on your education. Carbon Computers has options where you can, if you just want something that has everything preloaded, they got it. They make it easy for you. But you can get started with something old or something new. It's totally up to you. But at the end of the day, I would implore you to go learn something. A lot of these resources are readily available, and I'll link a couple down below as well. Want to learn how to make a bootable USB? There are many videos that we've gone over exactly that. You want to start understanding how Kali tools work? There's a bunch of free courses. You don't have to spend money on countless courses. There are resources, and I would implore you to really look for them. because you can get started and really get an understanding of how things work. I love your face. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel because we go over different stuff all the time, my guy. Also, I want to give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing, and I love y'all. See you next time.